harassment have followed that chaotic convention there in Nevada. Most of those threats were directed at Nevada Democratic Chairwoman Roberta Lange. She presided over the gathering, eventually ending it over security concerns. Lange and her family have become the target of harassment, threats. Here is just one of the calls she has received.
Hi, Roberta Lange. This is a citizen of the United States of America, and I just wanted to let you know that people like you should be hung in a public execution to show this world that we won't stand for this sort of corruption. I don't know what kind of money they're paying for you, but I don't know how you sleep at night. You are a sick, twisted piece of shit, and I hope you burn for this cowardless running off this stage. I hope people find you.
Wow. Lange also receiving threatening text messages like this one. It says, quote, "Hey, bleep, loved how you broke the system. We know where you live, where you work, where you eat, where your kids go to school, grandkids. We have everything on you." They bring in the woman on the receiving end of the threats. She is Roberta Lange. She is the chairwoman of the Nevada Democratic Party. Roberta, thank you so much for joining me. I am so sorry you were having to go through this. I mean, hung in a public execution, and these are just a few examples. How often are you getting these threats? What else are they saying?
Hi, Brooke. Yeah, I get threats every 1 to 2 seconds on my phone, on my email, on Twitter, on Facebook. It is endless. In fact, it has gotten worse as time goes on, and it's awful. They've attacked my work, where my job here as a state party chair is volunteer. They've attacked the place where I am employed, posted, it's a restaurant and gaming bar. They posted on their Yelp bad things about the restaurant. They've attacked my husband. They've made a clone Facebook of my name and said awful things about my husband that looks like it's coming from me. There's no end to the threats and the vile comments that have been made.
What is your husband saying? What's your family saying?
Look, I mean, we're raising our 5-year-old grandson, and this is something that you wouldn't expect in America. Look, we all feel threatened. I mean, it is a threatened situation. It's vile. It's awful, and we take them very seriously. But look, we're not going to stop. We are fighting for unity to bring the Democratic Party together and elect the Democrat for the White House and come out of Philadelphia with our nominee.
Let me read a quote from Harry Reid, the Senate Minority Leader from your state, saying, "I hold his people accountable, his being Bernie Sanders, and I'm sure if Bernie found out about it, he would not accept what happened there." Now, the Sanders camp, Roberta, as you know, they're pushing back on Leader Reid's allegation. Do you believe Senator Sanders has no involvement, had no awareness of the chaos that ensued in Nevada?
What I can say and what I know is that they had high-level campaign people that were trying to incite their people going into the convention. During the convention, when the convention was going on, when the rules were passed, they had an opportunity to submit changes, amendments, and no one spoke to add an amendment before the rules passed. Look, the bottom line is this is a numbers game, and the Clinton people turned out 98% of their delegates, and the Sanders people lacked almost 500 delegates. So it's a numbers game, and they didn't turn out their people. The Clinton people turned out their delegates, and that is the bottom line.
I mean, we just played that audio recording. I don't know if you had heard that before, that Manu had, where you hear the senior Sanders aide essentially saying, "You should not leave. I don't care who the chair is," the chair being you. How should Senator Sanders handle this, quell his supporters so this doesn't happen again?
Look, when staff people and the Sanders campaign is feeding into this, people feel empowered to behave this way. Not only were people talking when we were trying to run the convention and yelling and rushing the stage and throwing chairs and yelling for my death in the crowd. Those are the kinds of things that have to be stopped. And
what should he say? How can he stop that?
I've not received an apology. I've not received anything from the Sanders campaign. I haven't seen anything that said that this should stop, and it's going to continue and unless people are made to feel like this isn't okay. This isn't behavior that we should have.
Would you like a personal phone call from the senator himself? Do you want an apology?
I think he should apologize publicly for what happened in Nevada.
How concerned are you that this could play out, not just, in other cities, but all the way in Philadelphia?
I'm very concerned. I mean, some of the text messages and emails I've received have told me that it's going to go into Philadelphia. The people, and so I'm afraid for that. And I think our attorney has sent a 4-page letter to the DNC rules and bylaws telling them this is what happened in Nevada. This is what we think you need to do in preparation for Philadelphia so that we can have a safe and fair and honest convention.
Unreal. I am sorry you're on the receiving end of this, but I appreciate you expressing what's happening to you. Roberta Lange in Nevada. Thank you.
Thank you.